Hello, everyone, and welcome to Horror Month. So, yes, I wanted to kick things off with a little bit of a bang with a review that I've been putting off for quite some time, and of course, this could have been more perfectly timed. So, today I'm going to be looking at the BBC three-part miniseries of Dracula. It came out earlier this year, and like I said it took. I was going to say it for another time. I at first didn't want to do anything about it. So why heck not? Might as well review it and talk about it right here as part of my horror block for this month. All right. So what can I say about the BBC Dracula? Though the show where fans, quite frankly, are so divisive on. All right. Well, after much further watching and a lot of thinking, I have come to one realization is that this BBC Dracula is nothing like the book. It follows nothing to the story. In fact, it strays from the story. It takes the creative liberties and just practically dials them up to 11 and just makes it go, what the hell? I just have no idea what the heck they were thinking. Like, there were moments of brilliance, but the one thing I just couldn't take was, what the hell am I watching? Is it the storytelling? I don't like this. I know Stephen Moffat, where the hell he pronounces his freaking name was famous for Doctor Who, did the same thing for Sherlock, but now he's ruining Dracula. It's like, why would you do this? Okay, I understand he has a unique style where, okay, we start with, what with a current event, and then of course we go back to a big roundabout way to explain how we get to the present moment at the beginning of the movie. So, for instance, in part one, okay, we find out, okay, so Jonathan Harker's suffering from the curse. He's suffering from the plague or something like that. So, and of course, we got to go a big, roundabout way to explain how he's here, how he's in this convent, how we meet Sister Agatha, which, of course, I think was definitely the biggest storyline throughout this part one and part two. Okay, she was definitely the glue that held everything together. I really liked it. It's like, okay, changing the gender of Van Helsing, the classic villain of Dracula, very cool. But how the hell? What were they thinking for the rest of the cast? Yes, they strew far from the source material. So we have Mina, now a pardon me, a nun in this convent. I can't even pronounce it anymore. What I mean. Convent, and so that's what they're doing now. But of course, where's Arthur? Where's Lucy? Where's Dr. Seward? Of course, we get them all introduced in part three. And it made no sense. Why would you do that? Stick to the source material. And of course, the one thing that really grinds my gears is that I get political correctness. They want to appease everything, but stop doing it. This is a message to everyone, okay? Why you gotta make things so political correct? As now you've made Dracula bisexual. Where in the unholy God in the book does it explain that Dracula was bi? I get it. And again, because vampires appease to both sexes. That's what they did. They did it with Castlevania. Of course, they made Alucard bi. But I'm like, why? You don't need this. I hate the political correctness. Stick to the fucking story. Stop taking civil liberties. Stop it. Okay, we don't care. Stick to the story, okay? And this could have been far from it, okay? I don't want to. All I care about is the story and the substance, okay? I don't care about any of the other creative liberties, okay? Okay, and I thought this would follow the book, okay? No, okay? Nothing would follow the book. Nothing. Just absolutely nothing. The only thing that comes close is they reference stuff like the Demeter. They reference all the other stuff that they talk about with Renfield. And of course, but that doesn't make any sense. They rewrote everything. So apparently Renfield is a lawyer. We find he doesn't get introduced, but they don't even allude to it in part one. One that he's Dracula's lawyer since 1896 or what? Why wasn't that established? Who in their right mind thought this was correct? And you're completely character assassinated a few characters. You character assassinated Arthur. You character assassinated Mina, and I just couldn't take it. And also, the whole ending just sucked. Okay, I absolutely hated this. I really have no idea why they had to twist and just throw the vampire lore out the window. Stick to the lore. This is what I'm doing to my work, okay? Why do you gotta do this? Why did Moffat change this? I don't get it. I just couldn't take it. I don't at this point. This show has broken me. I'm officially gonna say this Dracula makes the Fox Dracula with Jonathan Rhys-Davies look good by comparison, and that only lasted 10 episodes and 1 season. Yes, here it's just a miniseries. It's only a 3-part each episode, an hour and a half long. And I just don't understand. Now we got a time jump. We got all this stuff. We didn't need that, okay? I understand. They were trying to take something that they thought was pretty cool, that worked in Doctor Who, and worked in Sherlock, but it doesn't work here in Dracula. I'll praise one thing. The Victorian setting looks great. Yes, it is freaking scary. And of course, the big story through this entire thing, Claes Bang was, I would say, he's a good Dracula, but not the best. I don't know. Spoiler alert, I'm going to be doing a Dracula ranking sometime next week or in the near future. So, yeah, that's going to be something to look forward to. So, but yeah, Claes does a good job, even though I felt like the dark humor was a little too much at times. But I think that was interesting. I don't know. Some people hated him being a wisecracking jackass. I don't know. No, your pick of how you liked it, but it just baffled me. Like okay, Dracula's there. You got all the vampire lore, but then everything is just killed when it comes to part 3. It's like they had no idea what the hell they were doing. It's like strong. They had a strong start, even though it was a rocky start. They had a good middle act, but the last act, part 3, really just nailed themselves into the grave. They shot themselves in the foot, essentially. So overall, if I had to compare this to any other Draculas, this is far from it, okay? Like, the Dracula movies are way better. The BBC 77 movie version, made-for-TV version, starring Louis Jourdain, was country miles better than this. The BBC 06 was not good. The Palance version was okay. The Jess Franco, I can go on and on, but nothing can equate to this. This show is bottom of the barrel. So yeah, that's what I'm going to say is right now. All right. But if I had to give an overall score, which is going to be tough, but I don't want to do that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to break each part up, and I'm going to give each part a score. So for part 1, I'm going to give it a 7.5 out of 10 because while, like I said, using a formula that I've seen done in Sherlock or even Doctor Who or even anything before, it kind of works. But at the same time, there's a couple of head scratching moments. Yes, I do love the scares. That really works. Part 2, I'm going to give it a freaking 7, okay? It's slightly lower because I felt like it could have been better, but it just didn't hold a candle. Like, you could tell it was on a downward trajectory, but I liked the interesting twist. They had a bit of like a Agatha Christie-esque, which I think took some people out of it, but I liked the whole twist with the whole shock reveal. I was like, whoa, didn't see that coming. And yes, like I said, the Victorian setting, really good. I really like this. The cast does a phenomenal job. Dolly Sims, good, or Dolly Wells, where her last name is, good work as Sister Agatha or Van Helsing. And of course, the Claes Bang is the annoying factor in all of them, so that's the good thing. But part 3 really shot itself in the foot. I give it a 3 because it was bad and I hated the ending, all of it. All right, so those are my total scores for the entire show. If you want to see it, give it a watch. You probably can catch on BBC, or you can watch on Netflix if you still have a Netflix after the whole controversy with that movie, which of course I don't want to talk about here. Be my guest, okay? So that does it here for now. As part of this edition of Horror Month. Stay tuned for some more exciting videos as part of Horror Month, and I'll see you next Sunday for my Action Sunday. Take care, folks.